Wow. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas 2017. From me. Yeah, this guy. Oatmeal Joey Arnold. It's Saturday, the 23rd of December 2017. This is my first live Facebook video ever in America. I started making live videos for the first time in Vietnam last year, as far as I know. And I've been making some videos since I got back to America, since I got back in Thanksgiving Day, and that was about a month ago. And I've been working on a lot of things, trying to like build an empire or whatever you want to call it. And I feel a little bit scatterbrained. I feel a little bit all over the place, and I feel a little bit like a little chaotic. I also feel good at the same time. I'm not always letting people know who I really am. I'm not really doing that all the time, but sometimes I am. Like when I do a video like this, it's a little better. And the cold air can be really, really good for you. Your body needs it sometimes. I didn't have any snow, any ice, any cold air for about 5 years in Vietnam. I was born in 85, grew up in Oregon, been to college in New York and West Virginia, was working in Hawaii, California, New York, West Virginia, been around, and Oregon too, so I've been here and there, been around America a little bit, and then I went to Vietnam in 2012, and a lot of things happened, and I still want to tell my story about my 5 years in Vietnam. I have a lot to say, and I have some notes, but they're not organized. That's why I try my best to write and make lists, keep diaries, journals, blogs, video blogs. Try my best to write all the time. That's what I learned from a writing class in high school, the Foursquare High School, and it's very good, and it's really good to be funny sometimes, to be goofy, to laugh at yourself, laugh at other people, have a good time, not be serious, too serious sometimes. But on the other hand, you shouldn't be too crazy and goofy all the time. Sometimes people try not to go too deep, and that's a little bit too bad. And it's good to have a balance. Like if you're some kind of Jedi Sith, like Darth Vader in Star Wars, some kind of Anakin Skywalker, it might be better to be some kind of tree from Rebels, some kind of weird Willy Wonka creature or something, with a bunch of milk chocolate. Be a little bit black, be a little bit white. Eat some oatmeal, play some basketball, have a great Christmas. I want to make this live video, and I want to let people know what's happening. I want to let myself know what's happening in case I need to go back someday and figure out how I was doing, or if other people want to know. That's the purpose of books and videos and databases and diaries, autobiographies, and all that kind of stuff. I just made 2 videos today while I was walking to the Forest Grove Library today. That's where I am right now, in a study room. And I don't know if you're allowed to do live videos in a study room, because it's not really a study thing. But I'm doing it. Nonetheless, I will continue to try my best to go to the next level. Merry Christmas. Try and find fun. This is a live video, so the purpose of a live video is to be a little bit interactive. I really like what Lex Luthor said in the Superman show, The Adventures of Lois and Clark. He talked about having an interactive cable network, something like LNN, not to be confused with CNN, the Lex Luthor News Network, or some kind of cable network thing that's interactive. And I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, that's the internet. But this came out in 93, 94 in America. Great show, a great TV show about Superman. But the internet is the future. So it's bigger than TV and cable and satellite and radio, newspapers and books and a lot of things. And we still got the other stuff. We got the old stuff. And they're working together. The old stuff are still here, so the old stuff didn't die. It didn't die out like the dinosaurs. But the new stuff is bigger. The reason why Donald Trump became the president in America is because of the internet, because of people, not because of Russia, not because of whatever they might say on TV, the fake news, but it's because of people, real American patriots, the people that love family values, traditional values, freedoms, all the great stuff. You want more money, you want more freedom, you want more choices, you want more money, you want less taxes, you want less governmental regulations, you want less federal control over people and dominance and all this bad stuff from the NWO. We don't like the bad stuff, and that's why we go to the internet. We like the internet, we like Wi-Fi, we like the World Wide Web. We like to be online because it's interactive, and we could be smart, and we can go all over the place. Some of the places not so good. Places like Facebook can be like a ghetto, but that's where the people are. It's good to make your own website. If you can, help other people who are doing it. You can go to Gap. You can go to Steemit. You can go to Minds.com. You can go to Medium. There are other websites, other places, online, offline. There are blockchains. There's Bitcoin. You can make a lot of money with that. And other cryptocurrencies. Crypto coins is a new kind of money. It's decentralized and it's better. And so that's the future. And I talk about that and a lot of things are happening, and good things are happening, and some bad things are happening. Bad things are happening, but it's important not to get too distracted. So, I really want to make more videos like this. I want to go live more. Right now I feel like everybody can hear me because there's a lot of echo in this room. So I'm a little scared, a little hesitant because I can just hear myself, kind of like I said in Vietnam a month ago. In October and in November 2017, I was like talking about how I was feeling so loud, and it might be a problem with my ears, or maybe my ears have gotten better, and that's good, but I'm not used to it, or maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but I uploaded 9 videos today to YouTube, and 2 of them to Facebook. And I'm going to try to write something on steemit.com. Hopefully that website continues to grow to look like Bitcoin. For the last 8 years, Bitcoin has been growing for the last 8 years, and that's good. Since 2009, Bitcoin has been doing really good, and that's good. And that's great. And, this is a hard drive. It has 4 terabytes. I got it for about $120. At the Walmart near my house about 2 weeks ago, early in December 2017, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like show and tell, but I'm gonna show and tell. I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that I have. I still have a Doraemon that I got from Vietnam, from the store, the little bag thing, and I can put some stuff in here. I put some of my computer stuff in here in Doraemon. He's a computer robot cat for the future, and Vietnamese and Asians like him, and I like him. He's funny. I want to be funny too sometimes, but I'm not funny all the time. I have these adapters for small memory devices, micro SD cards, and I have 2 thumb drives. This one is a little bigger, and I got a smaller one. And they're both 128 gigabytes of storage capacities, limits. How do I say that? I always try to criticize other people who don't know how to talk, and then sometimes when I make videos, I say the wrong things, I say things out of order, say the wrong words, or I don't say the right words, and I stop talking all of a sudden. I realize that I have the same difficulties that other people have, so we have a lot of things in common with other people, and we, like, sing Kumbaya in front of a campfire, because we have a lot of similarities, and that's okay, and that's actually better, because then we can sympathize, realize, relate to each other, and do a lot of great, amazing things, because we can do that. We can go down to the level of other people, and that's the great thing that families have, especially if you have 3 families in your house, or 3 generations, 3 generations. If you have the grandfather, the father, and the son, and the Holy Ghost, just like, if you have different generations in the same house, the sky is the limit. It's really interesting, but a lot of times we forget about that because we are not really encouraged to do that. But it's like, there's amazing things that you can learn from older people, and that's great, and that's interesting, and so, making this video, I'm live, but I'm just a little bit of a Trojan horse, trying to be a Trojan horse. I'm trying to be a red pill, I'm trying to be some kind of bowl of oatmeal, and that means that is what I want to get in. I want to get into the minds of people, just like the Trojan horse got into the city of Troy like 2,000 years ago, or was it like 3,000 or 4,000 years ago? And they were able to win a war. You know, these people, they had a big horse, and it was a gift to this city with walls, and they let the horse in, the big giant horse. And then at night, all these people came out of the Trojan horse, and they conquered the city from within. That's how you win an info war. You win that way, and that's the only way you win, and that's why I call myself a Trojan horse, because I'm trying to get past the walls and barriers that you may have, and make the world a better place one oatmeal at a time. And that's what people do, and that's all we could ever do, and it's better that way. But so I'm gonna try to put another operating system on my computer and get rid of the other OSs, the other operating systems on my computer, my laptop. And I might be able to do that today, I'm not really sure, because I'm still debating about which one to do. I grew up around Windows and Apple, started using Ubuntu in 2007, learned about Ubuntu on at the Free Geek Computer Place, where they help people recycle computers, and they learn about computers. People learn about computers in PDX, Portland, Oregon, and they let you recycle computers, make computers, and they sell some of the computers, and they let the volunteers take some of the computers home. Like, there is a program, and I was in the program, so I made 5 computers for them and as a volunteer, but the 5th computer you get to take home, and that's good. So I did that a few times, made a few computers like once a year or so since 2007 or so, and so I started learning a lot more about computers since 2007, since I've been going to Free Geek, and I've been learning from people there and online and a lot of places. And so I know about Ubuntu. Ubuntu is an operating system from Linux. It's a little kind of like Unix, and it's a Linux-based operating system. And there are a few other operating systems that are interesting, and they are starting to become easier to use in the last 5 years, especially the last 5 years after 2010 or so. And so they become more user-friendly. Their UI, the user interface, is a little bit more easier to use, and that's good. It's very good. So it becomes a little bit more similar to Apple and Windows, and that's good for people. Some people have bad feeling about Ubuntu and other Linux operating systems. I've been using Ubuntu a lot the last 10 years, and a few of the other ones. Like my laptop has Ubuntu Mate right now, and I've used a little bit of the Linux Mint operating system, and there is Ubuntu and Lubuntu and Kubuntu and a few others. Different flavors, flavors and versions, different kinds of Ubuntu operating systems, different flavors of it. Where they customize the operating system a little bit different and have the user interface a little bit different in the different versions. And it's basically branded for the different people. Like Lubuntu means it's a light interface, a user interface, and it tries to be better for people with older computers. People with computers that are older with less RAM and CPU, gigahertz and stuff, and space, hard drive, space, memory, all that kind of stuff. And that's what Ubuntu is all about, light Ubuntu. And then there's the other ones. I'm still looking at it. And then there's a difference between the architecture of the operating system. Normally, the operating system can be 32-bit. That's very normal. A lot of programs, a lot of operating systems are at that 32. It's been 32-bit for 20 or so years. In the 90s, in the 2000s, for a long time. I mean, normally that's what it is. That's what people have. Or for their operating systems and programs, their apps and everything. But there's also 64-bit that's been becoming more popular in the last 10 years after 2010, after 2010 or so, and I've been using 64-bit operating systems sometimes. I have it right now, but sometimes I feel like there's problems with 64-bit, and maybe Ubuntu is not ready for it, because you have to make sure that if your operating system is 64, then your programs should be 64 too. Probably, maybe. But you also got to make sure that you have enough RAM and a good enough CPU and enough space in the hard drive in your computer. All of that, because 64 is a lot bigger. So, it's really cold outside, said my mother. 0 degree. So I have this jacket, and I have a brown jacket. I have a sweater, and I have this brown coat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've been wearing 4 different coats on when I go outside at the same time, and I have some gloves, and I have a hoodie. Sometimes I have another hood from the sweater, and I put that all on. I probably wouldn't, especially when I was younger. And I would just try to use my adrenaline and try to forget it, or try to warm myself up and run through the cold, or ride a bicycle. I don't have a bicycle right now because I had a flat tire and it hasn't been fixed. Maybe I can get it fixed. Maybe I can just buy a new one if I had a lot of money, or maybe I do. Maybe I have a little bit of money. Maybe I could. I don't know. But I'm trying to clear my head a little bit. This is a small room in the Forest Grove Library, and I feel like I'm really loud. I don't know if I'm loud. I don't know if other people can hear me. I would hope that the walls are totally soundproof. The door is glass, so that's probably not really soundproof. But I really don't want to bother people. Hey, I'm Evil Barney. Hey. I'm rah rah roo roo. I can be a lot of people. I can joke around if I want to. And I really do enjoy having fun. A lot of times it's for a reason, has a purpose and everything. Like, I really believe in the power of telling a story, illustrations, parables, all those kinds of things. So I kind of just put out a persona online because I'm trying to tell a story. I'm trying to do things differently. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. I'll say it till the cows come home. And it'd probably be better if I did have cows, because then I could have better milk. I mean, milk is good. Milk does body good, but the problem with milk is it's lacking a lot of vitamins because of the pasteurization, and that's too bad. You know, when you get the milk from the store, it's okay, but it's not complete. It's just like the white bread. White people are okay, but white bread, not so much. White rice, not so much. Because it's not wholesome, it's not complete. And our diets can be better. My diet in Vietnam was better than now. And that's too bad. It's too bad, but I'll tell you. I'm gonna work on my beard a little bit. I was shaving my beard a little bit today. A few days ago, I cut up my beard for the first time in America since I got back. And I cut myself a little bit like I normally do. And I probably should get a haircut. That's what my absurdity said. Don't have time for that. But because he had a hair sticking out. And I like to listen to all kinds of people. And I tell you, I do. I like to go around and learn about what's happening, and that's one of the reasons why I go to the library, to educate myself, and then I can go out and educate other people and entertain people too. Entertain. How do I say this? Entertain and educate and encourage and equip people and myself and everything, and do a lot of dancing and singing and stuff like that. That's what I want to say. So, if anybody wants to know, why are you not working? Why am I not working? Who said I'm not working? I'm working, but why am I not working for, McDonald's? I work for myself, and I work for my father. And I've been an English teacher in Vietnam for 5 years, and before that I did a bunch of things in America. I've had a lot of different jobs in America for many years. I'm 32 years old now, and did all this stuff, and right now I'm doing some landscaping for my father to pay for the rent in my house. My father lives there, some other people live there. In our house, the house we grew up in a small city in Forest Grove, Oregon. And so I'm working for my father, and I'm working for myself a little bit like before, but the difference now is that I don't live in Vietnam, so I want to continue to do what I was doing in Vietnam, but not in Vietnam, so I want to teach English online, so I really want to do that. I want to continue that. I want to resume that. I want to get back to that. But after about a month of not being in Vietnam, I haven't got back to that. Trying to do that. So those are two things, kind of. In a nutshell. Okay. So working for my dad and working for myself. So people want to know, people might want to know, why am I not working for another thing, a company, something big, something normal, right? Like McDonald's or some other thing. I would say that I could. It's not like I can't. It's not like I've never worked before. Like, you really gotta think about what you want to do, and in life, it takes a lot of gut, it takes a lot of commitment, or it probably should, to do